In America today, the richest people are continuing to get richer, while many families and individuals are struggling to just make ends meet. Some people are living comfortably without worrying about their bills, whereas others are having to work long hours and still have problems affording their housing, food, and healthcare needs. This growing problem is known as economic inequality, which has a large, expanding gap between the wealthy people and the poor people. This gap affects people's futures, their well-being, etc. Economic inequality doesn't just shape how people live; it also shapes who gets the fair opportunities, who succeeds, and who's also left behind. In our local communities, we see the effects of economic inequality every day. Many families are having to work full time, yet that they are still struggling to pay their rent or buy groceries. The wages are not being kept up with the cost of living, and that leaves a lot of hardworking people living from paycheck to paycheck. One way to make a difference and solve this problem is by raising the minimum wage. By doing this, it can increase the pay that could help thousands of families afford their basic needs and also bring stability back to their lives. However, some argue that raising these wages might hurt small businesses, but when workers earn more, they tend to spend more, and that money can contribute into positively helping out the local stores and restaurants. Raising wages is not just about the money. It is about giving people the chance to live with fair stability. To learn more about how economic inequality affects people in life, I spoke with a few teachers from my school and I asked them some questions. My name's Isaiah Taylor,
And I'm Coach Mercer.
and I'm here to ask you, how do you think life would be in America if everyone had the same financial opportunities?
Ooh, that's a great question. If everybody had the financial freedom and opportunities like everybody else, this world would be a little more fair. Okay? Because everybody don't have the opportunity and insight on how to make money. Everybody don't know how credit can benefit them. A lot of stuff is handed down through family information or what you learn through your friends and your community. So if your community isn't as a whole educated on being financial and being financial, we're looking for stable, right? It's gonna be hard to teach that to generations below you. Okay?
Thank you.
I'm Mr. Petway. I work here at Charleston High School. I'm a business teacher.
How do you think raising the minimum wage could help reduce economic inequality in the U.S.?
I think raising the minimum wage could reduce economic inequality because people realize that they want to work and they want to make money. But if the government is going to provide substance that's greater than the amount of the minimum wage, then you might as well stay at home. That's what a lot of people feel. That's the angle that they start to take on supporting themselves. But if you increase the minimum wage, that would show an incentive, and that incentive would be for people to work more because they would realize that they're making a living wage more so than minimum wage. You need a living wage in order to be successful in life. You can't make it on the bare minimum. Nobody wants to live off the bare minimum. People need an opportunity to grow, develop, and have more things added to their life.
Thank you. All right. Here with
Miss Johnson.
I'm here to ask you, how does education play a factor in economic inequality?
Okay, so I think that economic inequality has a effect on education because if you live in a nicer area, a more wealthy socioeconomic area, then those schools get more resources and more opportunities, and so therefore I think it might have an effect over your education.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
After hearing the answers the teachers gave me, in regard to the questions I asked them. These answers m- help me realize how big this issue really is, on how this issue is not just affecting the world nationally, but it's also affecting our communities and education. In the end, the United States should take bolder actions in regards to reducing economic inequality, whether it's choosing to raise the minimum wage, improve access to education, and as well as finding a way to create fairer tax policies for everybody. With, with these simple requests, we can start to build a society where everyone will be able to have a fair chance in succeeding. These changes are made, more people will be able to easily afford their basic needs, whether it's food, healthcare, rent, etc. And the gap between the wealthy and the poor people will start to decrease. And America will become a place where success is not just based on privilege from the wealthy people, but being based on the efforts being shown by everyone and the opportunities that are being given to everyone as well.